Hello dear students, hola, ¿cómo están? Today we will create a color wheel, rueda de colores. And by learning this, we will help the future lessons that we will have during this month. We will be working with art and español. You may be wondering, why do I need to know this? Some of you have expressed to me that you would like to become artists. And so, let's go ahead and give a number to each of these pieces of the circle. It is divided in 6. And so now, let's think about how to put 3 colors in this wheel. We have rojo as number 1, rojo. That's right, amarillo y azul. These are called primary colors. Primary colors, 3 basic colors, and we want to put them on this wheel, but not this way necessarily. I just want you to observe them. How are you wondering? How am I going to color this? Well, you don't need to color them right now. I just want you to look at this and leave a space in the middle. Rojo, space, amarillo, space, and azul. Now, how do I create more colors? I have to mix. And when you mix these colors, you create secondary colors. Let's take a look at this. Rojo más amarillo es anaranjado. So anaranjado will go in the middle of those two. And then we have amarillo y azul. It makes green. Verde, we put in the middle of those two. And then finally, azul y rojo, which makes morado. And purple will be in between those two. And that's how you create secondary colors. Isn't that amazing? I know some of you may have tried to create these colors, but maybe you didn't know what a color wheel was. So let's just review. These are secondary and those are primary all together. Let's say them. Rojo, verde, amarillo, morado y azul y anaranjado. That's how we can measure the temperature. Colors have a temperature. Do you know that? Temperatura, like red, orange, and yellow, are warm colors. They give you the appearance of warmth, like fire or sun. And when you have verde, azul, y morado, they give you the appearance of being cool. Like things like trees or water are used with those colors. So, for being happy, you can color in amarillo, and being blue, maybe it gives you the connotation of being sad. Now, with those primary and secondary colors we learned, we are going to draw La Tortuga. A turtle is going to be beautiful, and you're welcome to either print the sheet that I will send you or draw it yourself. So here are the instructions. Get your white paper and the pencil. And now you're ready to switch to español. Dibuja, that's right, that means to draw. Dibuja. Dibuja un círculo grande. Very good, muy bien. Un círculo grande. Now we are going to divide this circle. So if you remember, we divided it in 6 parts. 6 parts. Now, first start with one line across, una línea. Then, diagonal. And then another diagonal. And that way you get 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, y 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, because a tortuga has fins, a tail, and a head, we are going to do different shapes for the fins, the tail, and the head. So let's begin with the fins. What shape is this? Very good, triángulo, and a small one for the tail. And now cabeza or head is going to be an oval. Óvalo. Very good. Draw a circle for the ojo, 2 circles, and then boca and nariz. 2 little dots for nariz and boca. Muy bien. Excelente. Okay, now we're moving on to outline our tortuga. Now, if you print this, if you're able to print it and that's how you want to do it, it's okay. You won't need to outline it if you printed it. But if you decided to draw it with me, then you can go ahead and outline it. You can find an adult to help you if you wish. And then you're able to carefully, of course, this is fast. You can go slower. And you can erase those pencil lines. Okay, muy bien. Now, you guessed it, it's time to color. You can use either your markers, your crayons, or your color pencil. It's up to you. I'm going to use markers for this tortuga. Can you repeat that with me? Tortuga. Okay, let's switch to español. ¿Qué color? Color rojo. Now remember, you use markers. You can use it being very thin in one line like that. But if you actually put your marker to the side, you're going to get a thicker line. And then you can go ahead and use one single line, the same direction, will give you a more neat look than if you draw all over. You understand? No, if you use one same direction, it's going to be much neater, which lately you have been sending to me a beautiful quality work. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and use anaranjado, which if you remember when we talked about the color wheel, we obtained anaranjado by mixing. Anybody has the answer? Very good. By mixing red and amarillo, rojo y amarillo. Now let's do amarillo, which are our primary colors. Okay, now next to this one is verde. And we talked about obtaining verde by mixing 2 primary colors, azul y amarillo, and we obtain verde. Now next to it, I want to color azul. Azul. In this case, I didn't need to mix anything because I have the markers. But if I only had my primary colors, I would need to mix, especially when you do paint. That's when you mix the most. Now, by mixing rojo y azul, red and blue, I obtain purple. And very good, nice and neat. And now, that's my color wheel, mi rueda de colores. Let's say it in español. Rueda, rueda, roll your R. Rueda de colores. All right, now I am moving on to color the fins and the head. And I chose verde. Tortugas are one of my favorite sea creatures. How about yours? Do you love tortugas? I love tortugas. That was my first pet when I was a little kid. Very good. So we're all done. I want you to take a picture of your work and send it to me. Now, if you want to go above and beyond, you can add background. If you're done this way and take a picture, it's totally fine. But if you want to add more and pretend this one is in the ocean, you can draw some seaweed, perhaps a small fish, and some bubbles, or anything. I don't know. You can just use your imagination. Now, some of you may have water paints if you want to really, really go above and beyond and make this something even more complete. You're welcome to add some watercolors and put blue for the ocean, azul. Little bit of water, and I can just gonna make that look like a nice background for my tortuga. Okay, you can go ahead and try that. Some of you have very good imagination and you can use color pencils for the back. I know the other day one of you did some drawing by doing the color pencil with a cotton ball, and that turned out pretty nice as well. So you can use your imagination, and in the future we will need some watercolors if you're able to get some. But right now you don't have to. Just use whatever you have, okay? So this is the end, the finished product, and make sure you send a nice picture in the Google Classroom. Take care. Adios.